Hello! Alright, let's get this up. Hello. Welcome back. Hope you've had a splendid week, whatever you have been up to in this fabulous spring. It's been a lovely week. It wasn't supposed to be as well, so we were gifted a lovely week that we didn't deserve. But we got it anyway. The garden is looking lovely. And I've been out on walks all weekend, so I hope you've had a nice weekend as well, whatever you have been up to. Too, maybe you can let us know in the chit chat comments, and you'll get your shout out point for it as well, so it's very much worth it. We have got another round of 20 questions, 29 points from the questions, 1 bonus point from your shout out, and of course, a big prize to be won if you are the winner. Pride is the prize. We will do your shoutouts in a moment's time. We will start with question number 1. Question 1 is this: sash, bay, and double glazed are all types of what? Sash, bay, and double glazed are all types of what? Martin West, yes, I did watch. I think singing is very generous. He's asking if anyone watched Robert Peston singing in the All-Star Musical show on ITV just a little bit ago. He shouted. He was shouting close to a tune, but he was shouting. Question 2: which household appliance can be used to dry clean clothes? I need to specify. I'm not asking which appliance can dry clean clothes, but which can dry clean clothes. It's only when I read that out loud just now that I realised that I could have been asking about dry cleaning. And if you have a household appliance that does your dry cleaning, your house is better set up than ours is. Let us do some shoutouts as well after question number 3. Number 3 is this: what is Bitcoin? What is Bitcoin? Shoutouts, here they come. Give yourself a bonus point if you are Bubba and Grandad, if you are Jeremy and Mary, Grandma, if you're my parents, if you are Neve and Ollie, if you are Rachel, if you're Jane, Steve, and of course Barney, take a bonus point. Martin and Danielle get a bonus point. Daniel and Adrian get a bonus point as well. Sophie and Tom, Judith and Stephen, Claire gets a bonus point. Karen and Martin in Manchester get bonus points. There we go. Question number 4. Which letter of the alphabet can be used to describe the underwear style, also known as briefs? Ironically, one of the longest questions in this quiz. Which letter of the alphabet can be used to describe the underwear style, also known as briefs? And whilst you're jotting down the answer to that, we give bonus points to Josh and Emma. We give bonus points as well to Stu and Sarah. Anybody else at this moment? I think everybody else has already had their bonus point. Neve has had a busy weekend baking hot cross buns and painting the shed. Hopefully you washed your hands in between the two. Question 5 is 4 shapes this week. 4 shapes, you get 1 point for each. So if you can identify, some of these have difficult spellings. So I don't know, should we make spelling count? I don't know if I've spelled them correctly. Can you name these 4 shapes, please? Rob Rinder was the one person in the show that we didn't see. We joined the club a little bit late, so we missed his performance. Uncle Howard says good evening to everybody. Good evening, Uncle Howard. Uncle Howard's usually very good for walks, so I wonder if he's been out this weekend anywhere nice. I keep thinking that that Daniel of the Daniel and Adrian should talk to Uncle Howard about walks around London, because every weekend Daniel and Adrian have been exploring a different area on their exercise walks. Brilliant areas around Brent and such like. But I'm sure that Uncle Howard could recommend some very good walks. Let us go to question number 6. Hopefully you've worked out these, and hopefully you've worked out how to spell them in a way that you'll recognise what you put later. Question 6. What do docked, parsnip, and question 1 have in common? This is a little bit tricky, I think. What do docked, parsnip, and question 1 have in common? Yeah, I've been singing that song, the song that Carrie Hope Fletcher sang. I've been singing it now since she sang it right until the start of the quiz. I know I have a heart because you broke it. There we go. Number 7. That's from Cinderella, by the way. If you're wondering what we're going on about, new Andrew Lloyd Webber musical, Cinderella. What is the piece of glass on the front of a camera called? What is the piece of glass on the front of a camera called? Uncle Howard, yeah, he was on his walk and he saw the usual lady with her 2 dogs. Could have been the Queen. She's now got 2 dogs again. 2 doggies to keep her company. Talking of the Queen, a couple of Queen questions coming up. Question number 8, though, before we get to that. 8-letter word somewhere in this grid. It works with the clue shots in the arm, which I now want to sing with. Shots in the arm, da 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 da. You give love a bad name. But that's not. What is it? Shot to the heart. That was it. Anyway, that's not your clue. Shots in the arm is your clue. Daniel says his walk yesterday. My goodness. A walk yesterday was Kingsbury, Colindale, Burnt Oak, Edgware, and Cannons Park. Quite the charms. That is a lot in one day. That really is a lot. Daniel, yeah, I think you had the right idea there. He was just looking at the train map and going, "Yep, there's my list." Number 9 coming up in a moment. Hopefully you worked this one out. It certainly looks like Martin and Danielle worked it out for them, and what a week it's been. Then you've had an exciting week. Question number 9. If you always have your head in a book, what cerebral invertebrate are you called? If you always have your head in a book, what cerebral invertebrate are you called? Question number 10 is a picture question. Can you name the artist? This is a self-portrait. Can you name the artist and the century that he was alive? So 2 points. 1 point for the name of the artist, 1 point for the century that he was alive. Aha. Looks a bit like me. Wrong colour eyes. Sure, I used to have a hat like that. Question number 11. Which sea parted for Moses? Which sea parted for Moses? They asked for over 40s by mistake. Oh, well done. You got in before they realised that they'd made a mistake. That's the way to do it. Car. They should have just kept it open. Why not? They want everyone vaccinated in the end. Apparently, Julie Andrews is on as well. Question 12. Can you name, this was one of our Queen's questions, can you name the last 3 sovereign Queens of England? What I mean by this is the last 3 Queens of England that were Queens of England in their own right. Not because they were married to a king, but because they were the Queen. So, can you name the last 3 sovereign Queens of England? Wonder how far back we're going to have to go. Oh, look, the dogs on Uncle Howard's walk know him now. They come up to him. and she thought he was Peter. Next question, number 13. How many daughters do Mr. and Mrs. Weasley have in Harry Potter? How many daughters do Mr. and Mrs. Weasley have in Harry Potter? And very exciting for anybody else who is a Harry Potter fan. I saw an advert whilst we were watching that ITV All-Star musical show. April is a Harry Potter season on ITV. How wonderful! Harry Potter season! That should be an annual thing. Question number 14. Singing computer. Right. This week, as always, I've taught the computer a new song. It's a classic. You will know it, but will you recognise it from the computer's rendition? If you do, you will get 2 points. 1 point for the name of the song and 1 point for the original recording artist. Let's take a listen.
I don't need no arms around me. And I don't need no drugs to calm me. I have seen the writing on the wall. Don't think I need anything at all. No, don't think I'll need anything at all.
Tricky. But you do know the song. We all know the song. Whether you work it out from that, who knows? In answer to the Queen bit, my mum asked, including the current Queen. Yes, including the current Queen. If she counts, who knows? I'm going to play this one again for you. Question number 14.
I don't need no arms around me. And I don't need no drugs to calm me. I have seen the writing on the wall. Don't think I need anything at all. No, don't think I'll need anything at all.
There you go. Danielle asks for question 11 again, and it is this. Which sea parted for Moses? Which sea parted for Moses? Yeah, people do seem to have some symptoms, don't they? To the very first. Martin had shivers, aches and sweats for a few days. Which I suppose beats coronavirus, though still not a pleasure. Apparently it's better on the second jab. That's what I've heard. Question 15. Oh, people are struggling with the song this week. It's not a current song. It's not a current song. I think it's an 80s song, but it might be a 70s song. It's a I think it's a 70s song. I'm going with a 70s song, but you'll correct me when we go through the answers, I'm sure, if I've got that one wrong. Question 15. Where in the world was the very first Disneyland? Where in the world was the very first Disneyland? Number 16. 2 Beatrix Potter characters, courtesy of my granddad, who has painted them on 2 little rocks. Can you name these 2? You'll get 2 points if you can. 2 Beatrix Potter characters from the world of Peter Rabbit. Take a moment with these on the screen, and then we'll move on to question number 17. People really struggling this week on the music question. If I gave you just one more line of that song, I guarantee everyone would get it. Clearly I cut it at the wrong point. But when we do get to the answers, you'll know it. Alright, let's move on from these. Thank you to my granddad for them. Number 17. Which country has the second largest economy in the world? Which country has the second largest economy in the world? Currently, who knows? It might become number 1. They say it is this country's century. We'll find out. Number 18, if you need it, sounds like you might. Which flower is associated with the Wars of the Roses? Which flower is associated with the Wars of the Roses? Number 19. Which direction, this is tricky, but you've got a 50-50 chance of getting it right. Which direction does the Queen's profile face on a postage stamp? Does she look left? Does she look right? I appreciate that this probably then went the wrong way because of the mirroring on the camera. Which direction does the Queen's profile face on a postage stamp? Left or right? No Spurs fans are watching tonight. Is it going badly? I didn't know Spurs were playing, but then I never do. You know what I'm like. I always find it a surprise when a football team is playing football. It's just never something that occurs to me. And finally, question number 20. It's a double pointer, as it always is. A double point dingbat is this. Can you solve this cryptic visual puzzle, please? If you can, get 2 points for it. Oh, they're winning. Goodness. 1-0. Who are they playing? And how many minutes remain? Are they still going to be winning at the end? So again, a sad double point dingbat. And this week, we have a new cartoon. We haven't had a cartoon for a few weeks, but we do have one. And so just before we start to go through the answers, let me show you this week's cartoon, courtesy of my granddad, who is an avid space fanatic, for those who don't know him. And there he is on his rocket, heading from Earth to Mars, and they are preparing for him. Oh, Spurs playing Aston Villa. Oh, I saw Aston Villa play Liverpool once, at Aston Villa. Uncle Howard, I went to the barber's on board a ship. The barber asked if I would like the crew cut. I said, no, only me, please. Let's start to go through the answers to the quiz, as you do. By the way, if you haven't yet had your bonus shout out, please do just drop something in the chit chat and I will happily give you your bonus point. Question number 1. Sash Bay and Double Glazed are examples of what? They are windows. All types of window. Easy one to get us started with, hopefully. Number 2. Which household appliance can be used to dry, clean clothes? Dry, clean clothes. And the answer is a tumble dryer. That's what I was looking for. Tumble dryer. Number 3. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency. Anything along those lines will give it. Question 4. Which letter of the alphabet can be used to describe the underwear style also known as briefs? It is Y for Y-fronts. Y gets you a point for number 4. Question number 5 gets you 4 points if you got it all right. Let's start on the left-hand side. The yellow shape is an octagon. Let's go for the lime green one, bottom right. That is a parallelogram. Above that is a triangle. And then what is this huge three-dimensional piece? It is a dodecahedron. So you've got octagon, parallelogram, triangle, and dodecahedron. You got 4 points. Well done. Number 6. What do docked, parsnip, and question 1 have in common? A bit cryptic. I think this one's tricky. Question 1, the answer was window. Docked and parsnip. The answer is that these are examples of words that start and end with the same letter. So if you work that one out, well done. Bit cryptic compared to usual. I was struggling to find to find anything which really went with questions 1 to 4. So there you go. They all start and end with the same letter. Number 7. What is the piece of glass in front of a camera called? It is a lens. Of course it is a lens. Number 8. Shots in the arm. It is, of course, vaccines. Vaccines. Any opportunity to have a little celebration there. Vaccines, if you've had one. Lucky you. If you haven't had one, the treat is still to come. Daniel says it's like a Key Stage 2 or SATS maths test in question 5. Oh, I like to make you happy. I'm a crowd pleaser, me. Number 9. If you always have your head in a book, what cerebral invertebrate are you called? You are a bookworm. A bookworm. Number 10. Our self-portrait of an artist. Can you name the artist and the century that he was alive? Well, this is Vincent van Gogh. The century, maybe a bit more difficult, I don't know, is the 19th century. 19th century. He was born sometime around the 1830s, I think. Anyways, there you go. Vincent van Gogh and 19th century. Well, we're always at 900,000 vaccines in one day. Yikes. That is a lot. Question 11. Which sea parted for Moses? The answer is the Red Sea. The Red Sea. Judith contributed personally to 86 of those 900,000. Has she yet hit the 100 in a day? This is what we want to know. That was something she said a few weeks ago. That was the aim. Number 12. Can you name, for 3 points, the last 3 sovereign queens of England, including the current queen? And of course, she would get you 1 point in this question. We'll work our way backwards. You've got the current queen, Queen Elizabeth II, 1952 to today. Before her, the last queen was Queen Victoria. Before her, it was Queen Anne. There you go. Queen Elizabeth II, Victoria, and Anne. They are the 3 that will get you 3 points in this question. Number 13. How many daughters do Mr. and Mrs. Weasley have in Harry Potter? They have just the one, and her name be Ginny. Ginny Weasley. 14. Time for the computer to have a sing-song. Let's have another listen.
I don't need no arms around me. And I don't need no drugs to calm me. I have seen the writing on the wall. Don't think I need anything at all. No, don't think I'll need anything at all.
All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. Ah! See, you knew it. You knew it. Did you get the point for it, though? All in all, the answer is Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd. Another Brick in the Wall. If you want to put the brackets part 2 and be really pernickety, fine. You would get the point regardless. Another Brick in the Wall. Pink Floyd. Number 15. Where in the world was the very first Disneyland? And it was in California. California? It's got to be a 12-hour day to get to 100. Pick a day. Sleep well the night before. You can do it. At number 16. Can you name these 2 Beatrix Potter characters from their little stones? On the left-hand side, we have Tiggy Winkle. On the right-hand side, we've got Tom Kitten. Tiggy Winkle and Tom Kitten get you 2 points for question number 16. Number 17. Which country has the second largest economy in the world? Maybe it'll become the first largest economy in the next few years. Who knows? It is China. China. Currently, the largest economy in the world is the United States of America. But who owns the largest number of dollars? China. There you go. Number 18, for an easy point. Which flower is associated with the Wars of the Roses? This would be roses, or rose. Roses gets you a point for number 18. And number 19, which direction does the Queen's profile face on a postage stamp? Well, the answer is that she looks to the left. She looks to the left on a postage stamp, which is the opposite direction from that which she looks on a coin. Fun fact. So she looks to the left for a postage stamp. She looks to the right on a coin. Left gets you the point. Number 20 for 2 points if you can solve it. This is our double point dingbat. Hand me down is what I was looking for. Hand me down. Hand me down. You can see how we got there. And if you worked it out, take 2 points. 2 points. Which is 2 more than we will get at Eurovision this year. Which is happening. Eurovision is on. And the guy who was supposed to do it for us last year, he gets another go, which is nice. I'm pleased he does, because I thought that was a real shame for him. And it's a big deal. Big deal to support your country at Eurovision. It's bigger than the Olympics. And he gets to do it this year. So he has had 2 Eurovision songs. But I don't know if there's going to be an audience. I don't think there is. Time for the scores. The scores on the doors. Remember, there's a big prize today. Massive prize. 72nd quiz. Next week's will be 73. We're getting very old. Here we go. Daniel and Adrian start us off with the points. Even though they say 25 points, 25 out of 30. That is a good score to start with. I wonder if we're going up or down from there. 25 points to start. That is what we're calling it at. Which direction? It's like higher or lower game. Which direction are we going in? We're going down, but just by 1. We're going down to 24 for my parents. We're going down to 24. We're staying at 24 now with Danielle and Martin. 22 for Stu. We've got 27. Look at that. 27 points for Judith and Stephen. We've got 22 points for Grandma. 21 points for Martin and Karen in Manchester. 23 points for Mary and Jeremy internationally. 21 points for Neve and Ollie. 26 points for Josh and Emma. 23 points for Bubba and Greta. 25 points for Claire and Matt. Ooh, we've got some good scores here. 27 currently in the lead. We've got the 26 in there. We've got 25 as well. 2 25s. Anyone calling it over 27 would stand a good chance of winning. 24 points for Sophie and Tom. 21 points for Rachel. Everyone's in the 20s. Look at that. I think, unless anybody's going to come in and swoop in with the 28, 29 or 30, I think 27 is the score that's going to take it away today. Jane, Steve, and of course Butney get 21 points this week. It's still in the 20s. We're still in the 20s, so we're very happy with that. But I do think that our winners this week are Judith and Stephen on 27 points out of a possible 30. 27 points there takes this week's quiz for us. We will see who wins next week's quiz when we're back at the same time, in the same place, 8:15 here on this same YouTube channel for our 73rd round of our Lockdown General Knowledge quiz. Until then, have a lovely week, whatever you get up to. Enjoy the nice weather, should it continue. Let's hope it does. And we will reassemble at this time next week. Have a good week. I will see you then. Bye-bye.